From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
What's going on, nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of Nerds Doing Nerd Things, where we're kind of jumping off the nerd wagon here, and we're going to go talk about that. We're going to go talk about that. We're going to go and talk about the Minions movie, followed by the Despicable Me movies, and the Rise of Gru. But so, with me today, unfortunately, my beautiful co-host decided to go check on the puppers and to see if the puppers did something wrong. Oh, it has been possessed for like the longest time. But we're talking about Minions today, but Will, how you doing, pal? What are we talking about tomorrow? There is? What are you looking forward to with that? So I know you're excited about that. Susie, how are you doing? Awesome. Who's going to set them up, Paul? Oh, okay. You? Okay. That's always useful. That's always 100% useful. So, want to hear something funny? They can't hear you for some. I don't know what I did. That should be fine. Discord device not connected. Did OBS have an update? Try talking.
AJ, I'm so mad at you right now.
Well, there you go. Let's start all that over again.
Did they not get my yelling banana?
No, Will, do it again.
Banana!
Banana. That's all you're getting out of me.
That's probably all I'm going to get. So for our audio listeners, we're going to do that all over again so I can cut that out. Will, what are you excited about tomorrow?
This Pokemon Presents tomorrow.
And what are you expecting?
Scarlet and Violet news. Because guess what? Guess what we haven't gotten in 2 months?
I'm going to guess Scarlet and Violet news.
Damn Skippy. And you want to know, and people are butthurt about it. You want to know why people are butthurt about it?
Why is that?
Because they're like, the game's being leaked all over the internet, and yet we still need info. And I'm like, well, Game Freak's pissed off that their game is leaking on the internet.
I would be too. I 100% would be. You're doing all that work, and it's just, here's info, here's info, here's info.
Someone's going around being a jackass. Multiple people. Some people are just covering them, so they're not the assholes because they're just covering what's going out. People who are actually like posting this, I love you and hate you at the same time.
And let's talk to beautiful Let's talk to beautiful co-host one more time about her wonderful ceiling fans that she's going to bribe her father with alcohol to set up.
Yeah, I'm going to bribe my father with alcohol to set up because we have one ceiling fan that the light bulb, like literally the ceiling fan's here, the light bulb's dangling down here.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not safe. And I feel very, like my dad was like, well, we could fix it. I just need to find the parts for it. I was like, I'm just going to buy a whole new one. So I just bought a whole new one. And then I got one for my bedroom because this one over here is 6 feet tall. And the person who owned our house before this left us a big globe of a light, which we're going to reinstall somewhere because I like it. but it doesn't work for our room because he's 6 feet tall. Where we have it, he bangs his head on it every night. It drives me crazy.
Bang. Dump. So we're talking about Illuminations and Universal's Minions movie. This is supposed to be the origin story of the Minions.
Yes.
And next week, because I think it came out today, which I think we're going to try to watch on Saturday when we all get together,
Yeah.
is The Rise of Gru.
Gru!
But today we're talking about the little banana figures.
So wait, AJ, before we actually start, did you realize what shirt I put on?
A shirt from Con. Jessica was wearing that. I think she actually might still be wearing that.
Just what kind of mood I'm in today.
I believe it after talking to you all day yesterday. Most of the day today. And completely understand your mood. But let's talk about the opening narration and showing from minion to owner, minion to owner, minion to owner. Now, all these little yellow things, all they do is want to serve an evil person. It's unfortunate that they end up killing their evil person. But is it me or that whole opening moment was absolutely hilarious?
Oh no, the opening moment was absolutely hilarious. I also love the fact that they just love to serve.
Mm-hmm.
Like they want nothing more than to serve somebody.
It just has to be an evil person.
I don't think it so much has to be an evil person.
They said they want to serve the most evil.
Yeah, but I just
still, like, I mean, spoilers, but I mean, look at Despicable Me 2 and 3.
Gru's not evil. Right?
I haven't. This is the first time I'm ever watching anything Despicable.
Yay! We got a Despicable virgin here, people.
That's a very, very awful, poor choice of word. That had me go into what the hell, and that had Will go into, and I married this woman.
Leave the room. I know you're the co-host, but leave. I am co-host now. Leave. You have learned that you cannot be trusted this episode. You cannot be responsible this episode.
I can't believe that it went there. But then again, it is Susie, so I'm obviously absolutely sure it went.
My brain works in mysterious ways. I'm not sure why anybody is surprised.
Oh no, we're not. But we know you can no longer be trusted.
And you can?
Oof.
No, but
Oof.
Okay then.
Oof.
Anyway.
So, yeah, the little creatures, and there's hundreds of them, they go out on this journey to look for a new master after they kill the T-Rex, after they kill Napoleon, or almost kill Napoleon.
no, they did. They were very successful.
They were very successful.
Oh my god, them giving the fly swatter to the caveman. Piñata! But I want to go a little further and talk about when they're actually Stuart, Kevin, and what was the other one? Bob. They're out there looking for a new bad guy. And they come across this wonderful family after going through New York.
I'm sorry.
Holy shit, that family.
Hold on. I need to interrupt here, only because, again, my brain works in mysterious ways, and I apologize to all the listeners. I apologize to anybody watching this. My brain works in mysterious ways. It's just a thing. Okay, so you said Kevin, Stuart, and Bob, and I went, why is it always you three? And then
Harry Potter. She went to Harry Potter.
And then you said they went looking for a bad guy. And my brain started reciting the bad guy villain's oath from Wreck-It Ralph. You're welcome. I am not sorry.
So my awesome brother-in-law decided to stop by with a drink, and I have no clue what it is. But yeah, down the hatch. Cheers. That was a mistake.
That was a mistake. What gave you the impression that that was a mistake?
Yeah, cause it hurt.
Going down?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Continuing on with the Stuart, Kevin, and Bob.
The
'cause I'm-
family. Oh my god. That family seems like a wonderful family. They're loving, they're caring. And then they pull over to go get gas, or I thought to go get gas. The masks come on, the Glock comes out. I'm like, oh, they're actually showing guns. And oh, they're robbing this gas station. Obviously this movie is aimed at a lower demographic, but there are certain parts in this movie that the adults will get a kick out of. This had me rolling, and I rewatched it a couple times. I love this family.
So what I have learned about like the Minion series and Despicable Me is it's kind of like the new age Shrek, where it's for the kids, but there are a lot of adult content in there.
I've only seen this movie. I can kind of see it, but not fully see it.
But what I meant is like there's stuff in there that like we would get as being older,
Mhm.
and something that the kids wouldn't get.
Like,
I'm gonna actually disagree.
Okay.
No movie is as memed as Shrek.
this is
I
true.
It cannot be the new age Shrek without being the most memeable movie ever. I'm sorry.
I mean, I laughed my absolute butt off when they're just like, "You kids stay here," and they all get out of the car. What the hell? And they all get out of the car, and they book it. And I think it's Bob. No, it wasn't Bob. Bob was in the front. It was Kevin or Stuart with the rocket launcher, and something about the charm of that family equal to the idiot side of the Minions worked perfectly.
You wonder why your wife wants us to dress as minions for Halloween.
Stop it. I'd rather do all of us as M&Ms and Paul actually show up as Eminem.
No, none of those ideas. Both those ideas are dumb.
Fine, you can be Eminem.
Absolutely fucking not.
So
Well,
before we go any further, and as they get to EvilCon, what do they call it?
Villain-Con, I think.
VillainCon. I want to take a little moment to show a little artwork on your screen. Right under Susie and right to the left of Will is a wonderful Minions artwork made by our one and only Carly Hammer. She did a great job. She's going to be making I don't want to say a portrait,
It's a collage.
a collage as we go from episode to episode to episode to episode. So you're going to see that photo grow every single week, and probably in some aspects get smaller and smaller because I edit it to throw in the nerds doing nerd things and stuff in there. So, but so far, which one is that? Is that Kevin?
I think that's Bob.
It's Bob. Bob looks surprised.
I
Bob
think
looks
it's-
very surprised.
I think. I'm gonna go look it up. Hold on.
It's called Ask Carly.
It's called Google.
That might work too.
Google.
So, Will, I'll start with you. What are your immediate thoughts on VillainCon? Just as we're coming back from Kineticon.
Villain-Con is better.
I don't know.
There were more villains.
Well, yeah, no kidding. I'm more of thinking of, would that be something you would be entertained to go to? Because you know what I was expecting? And I know it's Universal Studios, so it probably wasn't going to happen, or Illuminations. I think that they work with Universal. I was expecting to see like Darth Vader, Jafar, Maleficent, all like the evil looking for henchmen.
First of all, Jafar don't need no henchmen.
Maybe he wouldn't be dead, or a
Second of all,
genie.
Melissa don't need no henchmen.
Yeah, she had henchmen.
She has them, but she don't need them. There's a difference. Also, I don't think that her picture is any of the Stuart, Kevin, or Bob minions, because all of them have hair.
Oh, and that one doesn't. So
One doesn't.
It's an AJ. She made an AJ.
She made an AJ minion.
So Susie, what are your thoughts on Villain Con and how the minions traversed around it?
Can we have a Villain Con here? I know we have Terrificon and we have oh my god, what's the horror one that happens in like October-ish area?
Paper Apocalypse.
No, not for Apocalypse. That's not Halloween.
No, it happens in Naugatuck, and I can't think of it.
No, there's one that happens at Mohegan Sun too. But I know we have those, but I'd really like a villain one.
So would I, based on like all the villains.
Yeah, but I mean, I keep hoping for a villain's Disney park, and it hasn't happened yet.
Let's not talk about it. I want it to happen so bad. To never go to it because it'll probably be Maleficent's castle.
I'll protect you.
No, you wouldn't. You'd use me as a freaking shield.
No, I'll use Will as a shield.
Okay. All right. So she's sacrificing you.
You're 6 feet tall, so you're the perfect shield. AJ, however, is the perfect bouncer, so I can put him in front of me and bounce off of things.
What am I, a plow? Just call me a hoe while you're at it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have broken the Susie.
Nobody likes you, Dan.
So, Will, let's talk about Scarlet Overkill.
Talk about this, Dan. Not Dan.
Let's talk about Scarlet Overkill, Will.
Sandra Bullock.
That's Sandra Bullock. That was a heck of a way to figure out who she should take in as a minion, huh? Steal the gem.
Yep.
And I watched that 3 or 4 times trying to figure out when the actual minion took the gem, and I still can't find it. He just ends up with it, and she ends up with the bear, and I'm like, there is no David Blaine in this universe.
No, but there is a minion, and minions are like magical, I swear.
Well, yeah, they don't feel pain, I don't think. But, Will, talk about Miss Sandra Bullock, Scarlet Overkill.
I mean, good entrance.
Right? Rocket-powered panties?
Those weren't
Were those bloomers?
Yeah, they were bloomers. I was joking.
really part of the dress.
They are, but that was the joke.
Oh, okay.
I is not funny today, so I apologize, people. Apparently, but I'm not funny, but kill Susie at the same time.
I needed today.
Call me.
I do not need medical assistance, Will.
Not the one to provide that.
I know CPR, but I'm not helping you.
I know CPR too, but that wouldn't help him in this instance.
What the hell is wrong with that?
Susie, what's your thoughts on Sandra Bullock playing Scarlet Overkill?
I love when Sandra Bullock plays a villain.
Yes.
So whether it's voicing a cartoon or just being the villain in general, this woman has got she can just play everything. Like, I could watch a movie with Sandra Bullock playing every single character and I'd be fine. Because she's like one of the few actresses that I know that can pull it off. And everybody's going to tell me that I'm wrong and I'm sorry, but I've seen this woman play like multiple different types of roles and she just walks into a role and just takes it over.
Yeah, I think her voice casting, at least for this character, it went very well.
Yeah.
Did you just say
She
voice casting?
didn't she voice cast? Is that what you?
Voice acting.
Okay, but she was casted as that character, so it is.
Yeah,
voice
but
casting.
he's using it as like.
All right, so playing the role of grammar Nazi today will be Will.
Suck my left nut.
No.
All right. I'm not your mom.
Apparently,
My mom is probably watching this, so God, no.
Does she even know we go live on YouTube?
Yes!
Oh dear. So
I'm very scared for myself right now.
I liked it. It showed that she's the right amount of evil, which we'll talk about in a little bit when she tells the bedtime story.
I can see my mom being the Coca-Cola, not the Coca-Cola, the Kool-Aid man just bursting through my wall.
So
Oh yeah!
so dead. Where's the flowers? Just so. Let's talk about that bedtime story about, the three little pigs and she plays the wolf. At what moment did you really expect her to be like, I'm just looking for people to die for me? That's it.
So
Because I didn't get it until that bedtime story.
So the first time I watched it, I didn't get it until that bedtime story. But like it's this instance that I realized that the minions are just looking for love.
Exactly.
They just want somebody to take care of them. And like, I mean, I realized that, like, because obviously Despicable Me movies came out first. So I kind of knew that walking into this movie. But I like having the perspective of somebody who hasn't seen the Despicable Me movies and realizing that, yeah, it was present in the Minions movie that they were just looking for love. I don't know why they would go for the villain is beyond me, but
Like, Will, what are your thoughts on it before I give my 2 cents?
They're precious babies.
okay, now fork over your 2 cents.
I did. They're my precious babies.
I have a quarter. Do you have change?
I do have change.
Okay, I wasn't expecting to go that far. So that that bedtime story where she's like, I will just kill you if you fail me. And I'm like, these little beautiful creatures that just want your love and affection, and you're just gonna slaughter them?
Yes.
So they go and do the job. They do it well, but accidentally he ends up with the crown and becomes Bob ends up with the crown and becomes king, queen, I don't know gender, minion, I don't know. And she feels so betrayed that when they're like, here, take it, we don't want it, this is for you. I was kind of shocked that she went full evil on them because she still got what she wanted, but I understand there was still half a movie to go. But were you guys shocked at any point that she went full heel turn completely on those minions for getting her what she actually wanted?
I have to say I kind of expected it, but at the same time it was a little bit of surprise going, but why?
But Mom.
I did what you told me to do.
Right?
Oh,
They did exactly what
I
she
didn't-
asked.
attack me.
And I don't know, something about the minions, at least those three, Kevin, Bob, and Stuart, it was like, how can you be mad at them? And she sends them right to the execution chamber where Herb is waiting for them, and they end up having a great time. I don't think Herb is a bad guy at all. I think he's just looking to have fun. Herb is low-key, outside of the minions, my favorite character of the movie. But now that there is like a whole execution order on them after they tried to stop her from being coronated, after they hand her the crown for coronation.
Yeah, for the coronation.
Kevin is the only one left. Bob and Stuart both get taken. I've never seen a bigger yellow banana in my life.
I was gonna say, don't we have giant minion apocalypse?
We do have giant miniocalypse. That's gonna get added to my dictionary. Hold on.
The number of words that AJ learns from me is very astonishing.
So, I honestly think that both Overkills, Herb and Scarlet, are good villains for the minions. But damn, is Kevin awesome as Godzilla.
Yes. Wait, Godzilla or King Kong?
Probably King Kong because he didn't breathe fire.
Hmm.
But no, I really thought that was one heck of a way they could have went. Because I was more expecting all the minions to come in and cavalry is here, but no, they just make a 150-foot minion.
Uh-huh.
Well, what are your thoughts on the giant minion in that whole battle to save the other two, Stuart and Bob? Can't hear you at all.
I said, I'm a big minion who can dance like a man.
That's a big minion with a gigantic parachute underwear. You don't remember that when he blows up?
I know I do, but it's the parachute underwear. What are we in the 90s?
Yes. And his name is Skeeter.
Ah!
Susie, how did you like how the minions kind of got one over on the overkills as you're being attacked by your doggo?
My doggo wants to go outside.
You shouldn't have said that word.
I know he's distracted by my hand, so we're fine.
That's good.
But that's why he's attacking me.
Attack! Da-da-da-da-da!
So I actually really liked that they got one over on her. Like,
But how they got it one over on her.
it's how they got it because it was so dumb. It was like perfect minion style.
Yes.
It was perfect. It completely fit in with all of their characters. So like I loved it. I also love how dumb the villain is at the end of this movie, so there's that.
Well, speaking of how dumb the villain is, the crown goes right back to, I'm guessing that's Elizabeth, because it's 1968. And she's got presents for everybody. She ends up losing the crown because the Overkills come and take it. But they get kind of frozen by a certain child, that leads us into next week's show. Seeing Gru at the end of Minions, how did that make you feel since you've already seen Despicable 1 and 2? I can't answer this, but you guys can.
I really liked it because I felt like to me, they didn't need to make a Minions Rise of Gru. I love the fact that they did. I haven't seen it yet, but I love the fact that
we will be seeing it this Friday and recording it and streaming it on Tuesday.
But I really love the fact that they included that because I was like, well, how did they get with Gru? Because like they're with Gru at the beginning of Despicable Me. Like how did we get from there, point A to point B? So I love the fact that they included Gru at the end of Minions.
Yes.
It was a really nice touch.
Well, what are your thoughts on that?
I like this movie. I thought it was good to exist. Honestly, I'm of the reverse. I kind of wish this movie didn't exist and it was just Rise of Gru.
Honey.
That wasn't the question.
That wasn't the question.
Then what was the question?
Did you like that they included Gru at the end of the movie?
I was paying attention, and I thought it was like, how would you like this?
No, that would be our next question, but you already answered it. But did you actually enjoy seeing Gru at the end of this movie to tie everything together?
Yes.
Okay. Now, since you already answered our next question, Susie, how'd you enjoy this movie?
So I am of a different opinion. I like the fact that this movie existed because I like that they showed how the minions got from where they originally started to Gru. I feel like that if we had just seen them, I feel like without that middle part with this villain, like I don't know, I don't feel like it would have been as wholesome.
Mm.
Like I don't know how to explain it, but I might have a different opinion after we see Rise of Gru. I might change my mind about Minions existing, but I like Minions. I love the movie. Definitely worth watching. But I don't know. It's just I feel like this answer isn't valid until I see Rise of Gru to determine whether it really should have existed. Like, it depends on how they handle Rise of Gru.
Yeah. Which I'm very excited to see because I loved Minions. I love their whole backstory because they don't speak languages or any language. They just speak French at 1 second, English at another, and Spanish at another.
It's gibberish. They're literally speaking gibberish.
Yeah, but there are some phrases that are in those languages, and I got a kick out of.
Uh-huh.
But I'm really excited to see the continuance of, okay, they've seen Gru, but they're not with Gru yet. And I'm really excited to be doing a Minions series. And I'm pretty sure this was Will's idea to throw this in here.
This was not.
Was yours? Really? I was trying to give Will credit, and he's like, no, I don't want it. No. None, please.
Fine. And this was only mine because I realized that Minions Rise of Gru was coming out, and I was like, well, we have to do the whole series then. And that's kind of what spawned this whole thing. And then I realized that we are missing other movies from this year that we should do. But I'm also sitting and watching TV shows that we should do. So that's a next year project.
I'm aware. I'm watching it, and I just did the first episode of season 6.
Oh no, I got another show for you.
It's not good. So before we close up tonight, there's one more Despicable Me thing I want to bring up. And it's a certain ride we did.
Oh my god, I was hoping you would bring up the Universal ride.
That was hilarious. I don't care what anybody in that room says. I do shower, and I do not use a swimming pool to clean myself.
No, we instead clean ourselves with the, oh, we're not going to get that wet.
Shut up.
No.
Shut your face.
No.
That was mean. That was very mean.
I don't know what to do. You're not my mom.
But if you've ever been to Universal Studios Florida, I do not know if it's out in California. There is a motion simulator ride for Despicable Me. It's fun for all ages. It tells a quick couple-minute story of getting shrunk down the minion size to be Gru's minion.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's hilarious. Give it a check out.
You don't need to have watched the movies to understand it.
Because I did not, and I enjoyed it.
That was a big thing. Like, you don't need to watch the movies to understand it. It's so much fun, so worth it. And they do have areas where if like you have motion sickness or you have a little infant, they have an area where you can sit so you can still enjoy the whole simulation.
Yes, unfortunately it is all the way at the front of the auditorium.
Yeah,
so you're kind of.
Yeah, but it is they do have that option. They do have that availability. If you can though, I would sit in the seats. It's so
those
worth
were
it.
fun. Those were a lot of fun. And I think we did it a couple times.
We did it twice, I think.
It was worth it.
It was so worth it.
Granted,
it was nice. We did it as a break from the sunny day.
Granted, we kind of had those certain passes that you're like, oh, you're here? Click, go right in.
Yeah, we I think we rode the Mummy like 4 times while we were down there.
I don't want to talk about it. I ruined the Mummy for you. I'm sorry.
You really did. You also gave me a freaking heart attack, so it's fine. I retaliated though.
Shut up. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it at all. None. So, before we get to Rob Paulson and my ending little bit, Will, what time is the Pokemon thing tomorrow? And are you going to be tweeting about it, messaging about it? Where can people find your thoughts and opinions on it?
I will probably be tweeting about it. It's at 9 a.m, right? 9?
Yeah.
9 a.m. So
off of our Twitter, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, off of our Twitter. So you can keep a lookout for that. I don't want to spoil the whole thing for everybody because I do want you guys to go watch it, but there will be updates like the whole time it's streaming.
And
it's just,
I will harass AJ into a special episode tomorrow.
Can I?
just think about it.
I don't
Just think about it.
I might be able to. I'm not too sure. That'll be a midday decision there.
Keep an eye out for possibly a special episode either tomorrow or maybe Thursday. We'll keep you guys updated on all of our platforms. I will probably be the first one to know.
Probably.
Besides
Yes.
AJ, who will be making the decision. So
Not wrong.
on that note, Will, where can people find you?
People can find me in Mega Man Battle number 5. Double Team DS.
Where else can people find you?
On the Twitter.
I thought you were gonna say Digimon Survive, so you just let me down there. You
Listen, that is not a place that is reading. That is my novel. It's a beautiful novel. Yo, do you know people are shitting on that game because like they didn't fucking like pay attention to people where they're like, oh, it's too freaking visual novel-y. Well, did you read the part where they said, hey, it's a visual novel?
I'm also a jackass that knows it's 2022, and I'm like, why do we still have text boxes? How does that work, Will? For everybody that couldn't hear him, he said, you're a text box.
Because I have decreed that you are a text box. Therefore, what occurs...
As long as it doesn't say juicy across my ass.
If it says juicy, it has to say Juicy Couture because that was the one answer that nobody got on the heads up game.
Damn it, Susie. Good. Dang it, Susie. So, before we send it over to Rob Paulson, as you can see, I'm wearing my awesome Revline Racing 4th of July shirt. If you want anything Revline, go to resurgenceapparel.com. But also, you know, good job to everybody winning this week at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Dalton, you did a great job. Gary coached him to a 4th place finish. Susie, I thought I asked you already. But we're going to finish with this, and then when we come back, we'll send it to Susie. But we're going off to Michigan this week, so going to have a lot of fun. Sim Coaches is back on the card this month, so hopefully we show up for that. But off to Rob Paulson, and then we'll ask Susie where she can be found, because I thought we already did that.
Hey, you guys, this is 625 here from Lilo and Stitch. Some people think of me as AJ Coppola. I don't care. Just follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Twitch at NDTA Jalistar 15, and Xbox and PSN at AJ All-Star 15. I should have said AJ All-Star, but I'm a sandwich maker. What the hell do I know? Do yourself a favor. Go get yourself a hot fudge marshmallow tuna fish and ham sandwich. All right? Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
You misunderstood.
All right, so that was Mr. Rob Paulson doing my wonderful outro that Susie and Mikey got from me. But before we send it over to Susie to figure out where the hell you can find her outside of in a ditch hiding from people,
Good at it.
it's called ghosting. She does it well. September, we're doing Childhood Cancer Awareness Month with Revline Racing. We're going to be on the car. There are going to be links for people to donate. Don't feel obligated, but if you have a couple bucks that you'd like to send for research and, you know, help the kids get through a tough time like that, we will have that set up. And same thing with October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Kind of my idea, but, you know, not going to say it wasn't Ryan's.
It was when AJ pitched it to me, it's something very close to my heart. Is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and anybody who knows anybody who's survived, battled, you know, it's we really wanted to do something for it. So.
Yeah, and so we partnered with my race team. You know, NDNT is gonna have a beautiful pink scheme on the car, and again, we're gonna have a donation link out. If you have the money, great. If not, maybe buy some merch from Resurgence Apparel. You know, a T-shirt that'll last you forever. Because I've had this for, you know, a couple months now, and it's not even faded. It's not doing anything. Fits perfectly. It's comfy. Got a heck of a thing on the back.
Yeah.
But Susie, where can people find you? Since I completely forgot you.
So you can find me doing a crap ton of vacation research.
Vacation, all I ever wanted.
Yeah. So
to get away.
I will clearly be on Twitter and Facebook, and I won't be on our Instagram tomorrow because I don't have that. But I will be on every other platform spreading the good word of Pokemon tomorrow. But one thing that is also very dear to my heart that I started when we began Nerds Doing Nerd Things is Spooky Fest. Our Halloween marathon will begin in October.
Oh boy, I forgot about that.
You
And,
forgot.
and I picked all the movies.
Yeah, he picked all the movies this time. I had nothing to do with it. So if you see me doing a blood curdling scream at any point, I'm not sorry.
You're not a goat from the new Thor movie.
No, I'm not. Just killed AJ.
I'm not sorry about it.
Are you proud of yourself though?
Yeah.
So we do have that coming up. In actually beginning of October, believe it or not, you will see part of the Nerds Plan in Disney. We will not be posting as much, but we will be posting here and there. So it's going to be a very entertaining Nerds year, I guess.
Rest of the year.
Yeah, rest of the year, because we still have so much more planned.
Yes,
I had so much fun planning this year, and next year is going to be even more exciting.
We've got half of next year, which we'll talk about at a later date, probably getting closer to 2023, but it'll be fun. All right, everybody, this was our Minion episode. It actually went longer than expected. Go check it out. It was a very fun movie for at least adults, too. The kids are going to like it because, banana.
Banana.
But, for Susie, Will, I'm AJ. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week, but go see The Rise of Gru, because we talk about that on Tuesday next week, so we'll see you there. Peace out, everybody.
Bye!
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.